morning, everyone, or afternoon, whatever it is. This is Karl F. Rose recording from Bedford, Pennsylvania. This is going to be my generic intro from now on because of my situation. I just have to sneak around and do videos from now on because of the things. Anyway, we're going to get into the video right after this. Good morning, everyone. This is Karl F. Rose recording live from Bedford, Pennsylvania on Sunday, November 4th, 2018. And I want to talk just briefly about yesterday's game, Michigan versus Penn State. But before I get going, a couple of things. First of all, if you like these videos, be sure to click on the cards and the end screens I have near the end, and the subscribe button, and check out the other videos. I do have the subscribe button or link in the description, so if you like, be sure to hit the subscribe link and the bell notification to get notified. Also, I have affiliate links, so I do have my affiliate link disclaimer in, but I do need to let you know that if you purchase anything from any of my affiliate links, online stores, etc., that yes, I do get a commission on that. Another thing, my landlord, in case you hear any background noise going on here, banging and clanging and stuff, my landlord's adding a new unit to the complex, so we got that going on. Okay, anyway, let's get on with the game. I want to touch on the Lions a little bit after this, because part of this Michigan game, I feel this relates to the Lions as well. Anyway, first of all, great game. Penn State deserved what they got. They got the thrashing. I wish it would have been a shutout. Harbaugh did his best to try and keep it a shutout. I mean, he challenged the one play near the end, and clearly it was a catch. But he was doing his best. He wanted a shutout badly. So did I after what they did. But the thing is, the revenge tour is legitimate. It's going. Michigan. This is one of the best Michigan teams I've ever seen. It's taken Jim Harbaugh, let's see, this is third or fourth year with Michigan, something like that. But anyway, and that can kind of relate to Patricia. Okay, I'll get into that in a minute. But see, it's taken Harbaugh 4 years, and he's finally gotten everything together. Michigan is finally back on track. Finally, but they need to win the next 2 games in a blowout fashion, because they're playing pretty lopsided opponents. So next 2 games coming up need to be blowouts. Plus, they have to beat Ohio State, and the way Ohio State is playing, I think it's beatable even in their own house. And the way Michigan's defense is playing is, I don't think Ohio State can penetrate Michigan's defense. I'm not going to guarantee a win, but because it's such a heated rivalry. But Harbaugh wants this more than anything, because it's a monkey on his shoulder. He hasn't, so he's knocked him out 1 in a row. So these next 2 games are going to be 2 weeks are going to be tune-ups prior to Ohio State, and trust me, nothing would be sweeter than Michigan needs to beat Ohio State convincingly to really be into the playoff thing. Okay, if it can hold Ohio State to 10 points, that would be great. If they win something like 21-10, that would be a pretty convincing win, enough to put them really right in the top 4 for the thing. But Ohio State's, their offense is still scary. But the thing is, if Michigan, if Michigan allows Ohio State like 21 points, but if Michigan goes out and wins like 42-21, that would be good too. That'd be okay. It's, so they're going to have to do a number on Ohio State, regardless whether it's 21-10 or 42-21 or something. It's got to be convincing. But I don't think Ohio State can even get 20 points. Keeping them to around 10 would be great. Keeping them under 20 would be good. But if Ohio State's in the 20 range, then Michigan really needs to put in the 40, which I think they can do against their defense. Anyway, that's it on that. I don't really want to make a long-winded. This is just an awesome day, awesome victory. Now for the Lions, I'm glad, I'm glad Tate is gone. He just wasn't used right. Cooter wasn't using him right. He was asking for too much money. Now the Lions can concentrate on, and Cooter has got to get his act right. If Cooter, if throughout the Lions are still, this season is still doable for the Lions, but it all depends. It all falls on Cooter. They need to use Kerryon Johnson more, and they're going to probably have to start doing more deep balls. You're going to have to see more passing from Stafford, unfortunately, but you're going to need to still do a heavy dose of Kerryon Johnson. I'm going to get back to Michigan, what I want to say and how I want to relate Michigan and the Lions here in a minute. But for the rest of the season, the Lions need to just, they're going to probably have to throw more long balls to Galladay and Powell and things like that. They're just gonna have to alter their offense. We'll see how that goes against Minnesota. I think they can beat Minnesota. But I'm not, at this point in time, I'm not worried about the Lions record, or even if they make it into the playoffs. Even if they win the division, they're gonna get knocked out right away. I mean, they're just not that good of a team. They can't compete with the Rams. They can't compete with the Saints. But I think any other team, I think they can compete with the other teams, but the Rams or the Saints, no. Carolina, yeah, that's going to be a tough game. But here's for the Lions. They win the next 5 games in a row. That's what they got to do. That's what championships teams do. They go on runs. 5 in a row, drop 1, and then win the next 3. That would put them at 11-5, and they'd more than likely have the division. Is doable, but is it likely? No, not hardly. Unless Cooter just makes a complete change, and I am just so disgusted with Cooter. I hope he is gone I hope they just fire his butt at the end of the year, because he's got to go. I'm okay with past Quanini or whatever. I was hearing his name come up a lot in the college stuff, so I think the defense is getting used to this old man. But so as far as he's going, I think he's okay. But Cooter, no. He's misused. He's not using Kerryon Johnson right. He's misused Tate, so Tate's out the door. You would have had somebody like McVay as a coach in there. Yeah, Tate would have still been on the Lions, and he would have been used more, and you would have seen some awesome numbers from him. And that's the problem. Anyway, before I finish up, back to the Michigan. Higdon, he just ran all over. Now he's a senior. Now, in the draft picks, the Lions really need to focus on the defensive line and linebackers. But if they can somehow get Higdon in like their 3rd pick, they need to, because I'm, call me an old man or whatever, old-fashioned. I believe in a 1-2 punch. They've got Kerryon Johnson. They get somebody like Higdon or somebody like him, and they're like their 3rd pick. They need a 2-back system, a 1-2 punch. I think you're going to see Blunt probably. This is going to be like a 1-year thing for him. He probably won't be, because again, it goes back to Cooter. He's not utilizing Blunt right. The way they're using him, it's predictable. So he has his periods of where he goes good, and that's when they do a good call. But I don't think Blunt really is the powerhouse answer for the Lions unless they start utilizing him better. So he's probably gone. So get Higdon. They need to get Higdon if they can. Chances are another team's going to get him before they have a shot, because their first 2 picks are going to need to be in the front 7 somewhere. Then they can worry about backup. And as far as Abdullah goes, he's not trade material. Just let him run out his time. Put him back to where his perfect position is, bench warmer. That's really what his position should be, bench warmer. Keep him on the bench because all he is fumbleitis, and when his contract's up, let him go, and maybe he'll do better on another team. I don't have any ill feelings towards Abdullah, but he is not a good fit for the Lions, and he needs to go. Anyway, I just wanted to gloat over this victory with Penn State. They got what they deserved. Now they need to do 2 more blowout wins and then just carry on with the revenge tour and on to the much hated Buckeyes. Oh, I can't stand the Buckeyes. They need to get an old-fashioned. They need to be taken to the woodshed, and big time. It needs to be in their house, and that would be great. Anyway, well, that's it. I will talk to you later when I get a chance. And excuse me. Yeah, the landlord's starting to go with some digging. So before we get interrupted with noise and stuff, I gotta go. Okay, that's it. Talk to you later.